Hi everybody, this is John Coke from the Coke Agency, and I just wanted to take a brief moment to introduce Dr. Robert Arcisi here at Johns Hopkins Hospital, Children's Hospital. And I met Dr. Arcisi about 4 years ago, and Dr. Arcisi took care of my son Corey, and very, very grateful. And he had a tumor in his forehead and a big hole in his head, and Dr. Arcisi was instrumental in getting it fixed and took care of him, and it really meant a lot to our family, and we really appreciate everything you did. And the agency is, I've told Dr. Arcisi I wanted to raise some money for him for his research in Hopkins. He not only takes care of the kids, but he also does research to try to find a cure for the kids. So we're kicking off a fundraising program, and I just wanted Dr. Arcisi to take a minute or so and say hello to everybody and tell them just a little bit about what you do here, and maybe some of your research and some of the things that you do for the children.
Thanks, John. Yeah, this was a great moment when we were approached by John to actually raise funds to improve our understanding of these diseases. This disease, histiocytosis, which John's son Corey had, is a very, very rare disease, and we are one of the few centers in the world that actually see a lot of patients and try to understand the disease as well as use that understanding in order to try to find better ways to treat it. We are particularly interested in understanding all of the different changes that occur in these cells to make them grow so wildly and cause so much damage to patients. We are trying to develop new drugs with other colleagues interested in this area in order to try to improve treatment so we can get away from using chemotherapy. We are also heavily involved in developing antibody treatment for this disease, and those antibodies could also be used to image the disease so that we don't have to do CAT scans and PET scans and bone scans and all these other types of scans which expose patients to a lot more radiation. So with the antibodies and new types of agents that are not so toxic as chemotherapy, our hope is that we can improve the outcome of both children and adults with this type of disease.
And they're very close, you were telling me, to maybe hopefully a breakthrough at some point, and
right.
You know, I'm sure you could use the money for finding a cure eventually one day.
This is true. We have several important leads that we're collaborating with other colleagues to try to develop clinical trials, and also to try to develop, we hope, this diagnostic and we hope therapeutic antibody for these children.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Very welcome.
And you'll be hearing from me shortly about the details of how we're going to try to raise some money for Hopkins, and I'll send you some emails. You'll see some information in the newsletter, and anything you can do for us would help. We have about 3,000 clients of the Coke Family Insurance Agency, and I mentioned to Dr. Arcisi, if we can just get everybody to send us $2, even $2 alone can raise over $6,000. So they give us 10, that's 30,000. So please, whatever you can do, let us just contact the agency, and we'll take care of it. So thank you very much. All right, thank you.